Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Future Forward App Academy. We hope you all enjoyed all of our educational and insightful sessions that we had last week. We had some amazing presenters sharing some great information, and we just thank our sponsors who help make these Future Forward weekly events happen. I am your host, Amy Keenan, marketing contact here at Insightful Accountant. But before we get started, just want to give you a little sneak peek about our Be Insightful membership, which is a membership for all of you to be a part of, to help strengthen your skills, to help grow your practice, to learn from experts, to hear from specific talk tracks about technology, about accounting, about tax, all of the things to help deepen your knowledge and earn CPE and be part of a community. So if you are interested in learning more about our Be Insightful membership, please let me know, because if you do become a member, you'll be entered to win a cruise where we are taking our Be Insightful members on. It will be a cruise sea day symposium that we're calling it, where members will be able to join us on this cruise and get even more education in a fun atmosphere. So with that, I am going to now escape from my slides and stop sharing and hand the reins over to Nico from Quadient. Are you ready, Nico?
I am ready. Thank you very much for having me here. Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you all. My name's Nico. I'm the Business Development Manager at Quadient Financial Automation. So I'm excited to have this 20 minutes with you to present and go through what we do at Quadient and give you some information. So yeah, I'm all ready.
All right.
I'll pull up my slideshow now. So for the presentation today, I'm going to be really focused on two of our products at Quadient, our accounts payable and our accounts receivable automation solutions. So that's what we'll go through. I have brief snippets of the systems themselves, and then of course this presentation that we'll dive into now. All right, great. Well, this is the Quadient presentation. So just to start off, just kind of a brief who we are, our story. So Quadient is a 100-year-old company, actually started out of France. It was one of only two companies in its early days that could print stamps because it's a form of currency. So really started off in that mailing world 100 years ago now, and then entered the software and digital space over the last 20 years. Noticed that a lot of the mail-related solutions they were working with businesses on related to financial documents. So as we entered the digital space, we started getting different products around accounts payable and accounts receivable automation. So that's what we're going to focus on today for that financial automation. We also have different products as well, such as digital communications for customers and documents. Of course, still the mail side of the house, as well as packages and deliveries. So that's just a little bit. Working with us, we look to be the best possible solution and partner. We make sure our customers get great experience with dedicated account managers and support. Our partners get to utilize our channel dedicated resources and marketing resources. And really the nice thing about the AP and AR solutions at Quadient is that they're all-in-one tools. So really looking to handle all aspects of AP or all aspects of AR, as opposed to needing multiple systems. You just have the one under Quadient. So some cool AP and AR accolades. Quadient did rank very highly on the QKS Spark Matrix, as you can see us in the top right here for technology excellence and customer impact. So one of the Spark leaders in that accounts receivable, and then as well with accounts payable up in that top right. So very proud to get good reviews through that QKS Spark Matrix. And now we'll dive a little bit more into the systems themselves. So for the accounts payable tool, as mentioned, all in one. So helping businesses with all aspects of AP, purchase orders, invoices, expenses, and payments. And then for accounts receivable, same thing, looking to help with all aspects around collection workflows, customer portals, credit management, dispute management, reporting, dashboards, and cash application. So everything all in the one solution. On the AP, some of the key features of the system, it's particularly strong in the multi-entity or multi-business space. It's an unlimited users system, so we're very strong when there's multiple approvers needed or anything like that. The system has auto capture and smart coding at both header and line item levels, which means we can handle two-way and three-way matching for inventory and receivings as well. You have your document storage, payments going out, approval routing, and expense management with the receipts. We do have a mobile app as well. On the AR side, so the system's seeing some really good stats around getting customers to pay faster. And when we hop into the demo itself, you'll see a little bit as to how, on average, reducing the days sales outstanding about 34% and really looking to increase that visibility. And then some places where we particularly stand out in the space. So, as mentioned, really looking to be that all-in-one platform. So, when there's a need for all aspects of AP or AR, that's where we might stand out. I mentioned unlimited users. We are able to work with multiple financial systems. So, for our AP and AR tools, they would be an add-on to your financial system or ERP to assist in those AP and AR workflows. All right, so I got some business cases here, and then I also have some click-throughs. So for the business case of AP, you can see some examples really looking to save a lot of time on manual steps for accounting teams. So things like data entry, approval management and follow-ups, filing, scanning, payment management. So all of that, we're looking to streamline those processes and really give the visibility that teams need. In addition, by adopting an AP tool, there also are going to be benefits such as flagging duplicates, fraud detection, being able to get maybe some early payment discounts through that streamlined process. So also just reducing that overall AP spend. And then on the AR side, of course, that's a nice easy one. Getting money in the door faster is always good for everybody. So really utilizing the customer collection workflows and portal is what's going to give you that strongest ROI on the AR side. Implementations for the systems are nice and easy. Our team will handle the implementation with you, so we're not making the clients or the customers do it all on their own. We're with you every step of the way through our implementation process. You can see some examples of the meetings that get scheduled and some of the timelines. So like a standard AP integration would be 2 to 4 weeks for AR, maybe 4 to 8. As well, we can do like custom integrations. Maybe the business has a more niche financial system or something that we haven't integrated with before. We're happy to do that as well. All right, so I know that that was a lot of information and I talked fast. Hopefully, it just gave you a nice little overview of Quadient accounts payable and receivable. I'll hop into the actual systems themselves now for a brief overview of the tools. So on the screen now should be the Quadient AP tool powered by Beanworks. So a green bar up at the top is what everybody should see. Maybe let me know in case the screen share isn't working, but I'll move along as if it's all showing up all good. With this system, I'll just give a bit of a layout of the AP tool. So as mentioned, all of those modules, expenses, purchase orders, invoices, and payments. So those are visible on the left-hand side of the system. At the top is the workflow itself, so nice visibility for each stage in that accounts payable process as it flows from left to right, so that invoices journey, and then it'll end up in the electronic archive. So I know that especially when comparing to any sort of manual or paper-based process, that archive is going to save a ton of time and headache when it comes to reviews and audits. In the middle of the screen is the work queue or list of invoices themselves for actioning. And then just between it here, we have the filters. So very easy to filter all of the data and details within the system. You can also search all of your invoice data nice and easily as well. So as mentioned, multi-entity, no problem. You can have as many entities as you want with the system. In addition, we can then go a few layers deeper into organizational units. So departments, divisions, projects, locations, classes, however you would like to structure your organizational tree, you can do that with the system. So you see some examples here like communications, finance, operations. And then as an unlimited user system, we really want to make sure that the whole business has the visibility that they need, but we also want to make sure that users aren't overwhelmed with any unnecessary information. So you are able to restrict user access at the entity, org unit, tab, and module level. So if I'm just doing communications and I'm just an approver for invoices, that's all I'm going to see. So that way it's really simple for me to come in and do what I need to. Whereas if I'm a system admin, I can see everything. I can see what's sitting with other owners in the platform. And then that way I can assist or work from there. So that's just a bit of the layout of the AP solution. Within those filters, those can be saved as reports. So that way you can think of those filters as a something you can toggle into when you log into the platform. Each user can save their own filters or reports within the platform. All the data within the system is downloadable at any time in both PDF and CSV format. And as well, to give that user-friendly experience, all the columns on the screen can be adjusted by each user. So if I care about certain data, maybe less about others, I can change the columns I'm looking at, and then I can drag and drop to reorganize that on my screen. So that is the layout overview. Hopefully that gives you a bit of an orientation of our accounts payable system. I'll just speak to the workflow briefly before I hop into AR. So typical AP workflow with us, the modules are optional. Invoice module is pretty standard. Every customer is getting that. And then I'd say payments probably the second most common. If the business utilizes purchase orders or inventory receivings, they can either create those in our solution, or they can import or sync those over from their financial system into our committed tab. So then that way they would see all of their purchase orders and receivings data in the solution. And then where our platform's coming in to assist is when the invoice comes in, so you'll have an auto capture email, it gets automatically matched to the PO, and it can flag any discrepancies with any of those receivings. So in the PO committed, total drawn remaining, and then on the invoice itself here, we have the link and the truck icon for purchase orders and receivings associated to the invoice that was captured. So here we can see PO total, invoice draw total, and we can see the receivings lines. So it's really clear to see ordered, invoiced, and received on one screen. But again, depends on the workflow. POs and receivings are not required through the tool. You can also have regular invoices flow through no problem. They'll get auto captured, they'll get smart coded, they'll go through any approval routing that the business needs, and then they will sync into the financial system as a payable. From there, you can then use our solution to send out payments to vendors, any payment methods, check ACH, a EFT, virtual credit card, wires, all can go through the platform. And again, that data would be syncing with your financial system as well, so it's reconciled on both ends. So that's just a taste of the accounts payable system. A lot of features and functionality that we could talk about within there, but I'll head into the AR platform now. So the Quadient accounts receivable solution is powered by YayPay. So with that AR platform, we have a nice dashboard that you will see here in a moment. And so here we can quickly see our day sales outstanding, cash collected, open invoices, and some of the things we really like to highlight on the AR system. So the system uses an algorithm to give grading to all of your customers. So we know that in the space, sometimes really keeping track of the customer trends can be really valuable, but also very difficult. So here the system's going to give a grade and a trend arrow for that customer based off of their payment history. So here we can see Reardon Steel here. They're paying their invoices on time. That's looking good. Whereas Stark Industries is a D, they're not paying on time. So then the system can actually automate putting them into a different collections workflow. So Reardon here might be in a low touch workflow or a white glove workflow, whereas Stark Industries might be in a high touch workflow. And those are workflows that you can set up in the system nice and easy. We have template options and all that good stuff. And then where it goes a layer deeper with that algorithm for the grading is it projects the customer payments incoming to the day at a 94% success rate. So on-time payment projection for current invoices. Here you can see everything that is promised to pay from the customer, projected to be paid, projected to be unpaid, or anything past due with no promise to be paid. So you can see to the day all of the incoming payments for the company. So again, especially when comparing with any sort of manual accounts receivable processes where you're emailing out to customers and manually following up, getting this kind of visibility can be super valuable for CFOs and business leaders alike. So those are just two of the highlights for the AR system itself. You can see all the modules on the left-hand side. So the invoice module, so that's the invoices that are coming in from the financial system to then get automated out to the customer for them to pay. The customer would get a customer portal where they can come in and they can pay their invoices directly into the system. They can also file any disputes. Again, as an unlimited user system, any other team members like a sales team or a customer success team that would need visibility to this, they can come in and have access. They can leave notes on customer accounts and profiles so that all of that can be handled. As the customer, when I'm coming in to actually pay the invoices, I'll be able to just click on the invoice that I want to action and go from there. As the collections expert, I can change the workflow of a given customer or automate the sending of statements and so forth. So a lot of different functions and features within that AR platform. And again, it would take too long to go through everything on the AP and AR front. But I hope that gives a nice visual of the systems and how they help the customers that we work with. To close out, I'll just mention briefly. So always happy to work with any businesses in really any sort of customer or partner capacity. We do have a partner dedicated team that would work with you to either benefit your business or your clients. So I'll pull this back up here. So Quadient, we are a recognized leader in the space, as you saw in the earlier slides, as a Spark Matrix tech excellence leader. Lots of customers, as you saw in the first slide as well. And we will work with our partners to make sure that they're maximizing their growth with us. And within that dedicated team, so nice thing, you'll have your partner dedicated contact, channel manager. We have channel marketing as well, so they can give you all of the cool webinars, latest resources, latest product updates to engage with the businesses and the clients. Channel sales reps, so they'll actually help with any discovery questions you might have, qualifying, really making sure we get a tailored demonstration. And then the account executive will, of course, go through that demo, create a business case, competitive analysis, and implementation plan. So I think that really covers all the core highlights, and I think I'm roughly at my 20 minutes here. So I'll put my contact info on the screen. I really appreciate everybody going through all that with me.
Yes, thank you so much, Nico. Loved how you can help both on the AR and the AP side. So full circle with
Yes,
payments,
exactly.
just makes it easy.
Yes, yes. Thanks again.
Have a great day, Nico. Thank you again
You too.
for
Take
being
care,
part of Future
everybody.
Forward.
Thank
All
you.
right. All right, that was a great way to wrap up our App Academy Future Forward. So thank you all for presenting today. Thank you all for being here. Truly do appreciate it. And again, the recording will be sent out early next week. So stay tuned for that. And thank you all for being here. Have a great day, everyone.